inclusive, inclusive. I am very happy. I am very happy. They must be tired after such a long journey. They must be tired after such a long journey. When do you usually have lunch? When do you usually have lunch? I'm still trying to decide what to cook for dinner. I'm still trying to decide what to cook for dinner. Queen is fit. Queen is fit. I had breakfast. I had breakfast. He didn't become a journeyman 5 years ago. He didn't become a journeyman 5 years ago. Let me know when you're ready to start. Let me know when you're ready to start. I will use tape. I will use tape. Where can I find snack bars? Where can I find snack bars? We cannot start the race until the referee gives the signal. We cannot start the race until the referee gives the signal. He will have fixed the computer until you need it. He will have fixed the computer until you need it. I climb. I climb. We enjoy hiking in the mountains. We enjoy hiking in the mountains. I was confused. I was sorry. I was confused. I was sorry. The window was broken due to the storm. The window was broken due to the storm. Should we reduce? Should we reduce? Our husband is a lieutenant. Our husband is a lieutenant. My friend told me, I saw your favorite singer at the concert. My friend told me, I saw your favorite singer at the concert. Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with that? How did you get it? How did you get it? The baby cries for attention. The baby cries for attention. Member of a book club. Member of a book club. I visited the city where my grandfather was born. I visited the city where my grandfather was born. Do they sing sometimes? Do they sing sometimes? This dress is expensive. This dress is expensive. Here you are. Here you are. Chronological. Chronological. Didn't he yawn last year? Didn't he yawn last year? Your half-sister is moving. Your half-sister is moving. Compulsory. Compulsory. Students will take their final exams next month. Students will take their final exams next month. I'll meet John at the park later. I'll meet John at the park later. Also, please take a look. Also, please take a look. She is wearing a beautiful dress to the party. She is wearing a beautiful dress to the party. I see people who are your family. I see people who are your family. These are my goals. These are my goals. I got promoted at work. I got promoted at work. We will watch the match in the stadium. We will watch the match in the stadium. Couldn't he have watched it 5 weekends before? Couldn't he have watched it 5 weekends before? You can't promise every month. You can't promise every month. It was a great success. It was a great success. Can they be night watchmen at noon? Can they be night watchmen at noon? He could not always come back. He could not always come back. Can you help me find the campus security office? Can you help me find the campus security office? Didn't I add it before? Didn't I add it before? He may not come to the party. He may not come to the party. He needs to buy a new computer. He needs to buy a new computer. They will not be shared soon. They will not be shared soon. Do you want to play football? Do you want to play football? Sometimes we didn't get along. Sometimes we didn't get along. Can he lose? Can he lose? The house was rented to a family. The house was rented to a family. I don't want to buy the car. I don't want to buy the car. We want 4 tickets, please. We want 4 tickets, please. He will study for his exam next month. He will study for his exam next month. My father will come to my school for me. My father will come to my school for me. They are listening to the radio in the car. They are listening to the radio in the car. This typhoon is worse than last year's typhoon. This typhoon is worse than last year's typhoon. There is no pen on the table. There is no pen on the table. After the storm passed, the sun came out. After the storm passed, the sun came out. The team led by his coach won the tournament. The team led by his coach won the tournament. The ostrich is the fastest bird on land. The ostrich is the fastest bird on land. I won't want to go home. I won't want to go home. A good cook. A good cook. He has to finish his project before the deadline. He has to finish his project before the deadline. I forgot to bring my bus pass. I forgot to bring my bus pass. We were studying English grammar for the exam. We were studying English grammar for the exam. Will you ride every year? Will you ride every year? It was a difficult decision to make. It was a difficult decision to make. If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. My sister's birthday is next week. My sister's birthday is next week. Did not provide daily training. Did not provide daily training. I have a coffee when I get home. I have a coffee when I get home. How many do you want? How many do you want? They cleaned their rooms. They cleaned their rooms. You wouldn't normally draw. You wouldn't normally draw. The legacy of her activism continues to inspire change. The legacy of her activism continues to inspire change. Indispensable. Indispensable. He is playing the guitar. He is playing the guitar. The event will take place next week. The event will take place next week. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Were his grandchildren ministers? Were his grandchildren ministers? We had already finished the project before the deadline. We had already finished the project before the deadline. Would you buy? Would you buy? Are there any discounts on these apples? Are there any discounts on these apples? I have never seen Istanbul. I have never seen Istanbul. Let's take a taxi. Let's take a taxi. Your friend was the captain. Your friend was the captain. Can you give me a chance? Can you give me a chance? Things. Things. How can I say? How can I say? Let me tag you in the chat about which topic they are talking about. Let me tag you in the chat about which topic they are talking about. Can we have the account, please? Can we have the account, please? Will we not save? Will we not save? Won't I apply? Won't I apply? The article provides tips to improve your time management skills. The article provides tips to improve your time management skills. They should limit after one night. They should limit after one night. Until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. I'm going to the party. I'm going to the party. Make an effort. Make an effort. I see him often. I see him often. His half-brother was the assistant cook. His half-brother was the assistant cook. Whose phone is this? Whose phone is this? I didn't burn at noon. I didn't burn at noon. I will travel to Europe next month. I will travel to Europe next month. I'm tired, he said. I'm tired, he said. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. Let me check. Let me check. Couldn't she get dressed? Couldn't she get dressed? After 5 minutes he should trust. After 5 minutes he should trust. I take a nap when I'm feeling tired. I take a nap when I'm feeling tired. I'm going to the golf course. I'm going to the golf course. Can't you meet? Can't you meet? Do we have any topic? Do we have any topic? What will happen? What will happen? I will tell John. I will tell John. Bread maker is making fresh bread for breakfast. Bread maker is making fresh bread for breakfast. Was his uncle a greengrocer? Was his uncle a greengrocer? Don't you notice? Don't you notice? It should cool down after a week. It should cool down after a week. See you at the party after dinner. See you at the party after dinner. Was going to set it up last year. Was going to set it up last year. Not installer after one night? Not installer after one night? Don't they do editorial daily? Don't they do editorial daily? Relevant regional. Relevant regional. I will be waiting for you at the bus stop. I will be waiting for you at the bus stop. We won't leave until we find the lost item. We won't leave until we find the lost item. Aren't we players soon? Aren't we players soon? If I had a time machine, I would visit the future. If I had a time machine, I would visit the future. Didn't have time for lunch. Didn't have time for lunch. It may not go right away. It may not go right away. Maybe you should go home and clean up. Maybe you should go home and clean up. We have been working on this project for a long time. We have been working on this project for a long time. May I take your temperature, sir? May I take your temperature, sir? He has been working on the research project since last year. He has been working on the research project since last year. He wants to start a new hobby. He wants to start a new hobby. The dog's tail wags. The dog's tail wags. The sun was shining brightly all day, but then it started to rain heavily. The sun was shining brightly all day, but then it started to rain heavily. Is there a deli counter in the store? Is there a deli counter in the store? Consistency in exercise leads to better results. Consistency in exercise leads to better results. To cut. To cut. You didn't tell us. You didn't tell us. The next part of this journey went much faster. The next part of this journey went much faster. Is his stepbrother a soldier? Is his stepbrother a soldier? Always behave. Always behave. Will I close after 4 weeks? Will I close after 4 weeks? Significant. Significant. For as long as I live. For as long as I live.